Alright then, hello everyone. My name is Allison, and tonight I wanted to talk to you about the recent controversy that's been going on Twitch lately about this transgender girl. Now, she's been getting a lot of attention recently because people believe that she's going to abuse her power on Twitch's Safety Advisory Council. And what that basically means is just going to be a group of moderators that are just going to advise like Twitch staff who should be banned and like what content should be allowed. So technically speaking, she has no real power. So, but I just wanted to make this video to kind of defend her and like some of the viewpoints she's been making, like in how like some of the clips that people have been using online to kind of, I guess, make her look bad. I just wanted to show you, like, try to explain some of them and how they were kind of taken out of context. Because unlike a lot of commentators, I actually sat down and watched one of her streams for 3 hours. So I just really wanted to get a good impression of her and just to see what she's like, honestly. And I am a fan of her, honestly. Now, I didn't know she existed before all this drama. So, well, without further ado, here's my defense of the trans Twitch streamer girl. So I found this article that basically shows a lot of the clips that people use to kind of make her look bad. I was kind of too lazy to kind of gather them on my own, so it's like whatever. So the first clip I want to play with you is sort of the voice chat one, where she kind of explains like why she thinks voice chat is bad. So let's just see.
The only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to have is to not have voice chat, to not have people give up their linguistic profiles. I mean, and maybe you think, you know, if you are a competitive gamer, which a lot of people have been like, Steph, you clearly know nothing about competitive play. Well, competition, by the way, y'all, competition requires you to get every advantage possible. To become the top 0.01% in any video game, you have to squeeze every amount of advantage you can possibly get. Voice chat is unfair. Period.
Okay. So that was that. She actually makes a Twitter a tweet about explaining kind of that more. She basically says like people with bad voices are at a disadvantage in video chat. I don't know, like I don't really video chat that often, so like whatever. I only really ever play like CSGO online. Okay, here's another clip, I guess, that people like to take out of context.
Well, no, I'm just not cool with white supremacy, y'all. It's really not that. I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel.
Now, if I remember correctly, she said this clip was actually taken out of context because she said that at the time, there was a lot of trolls in her chat. So that's where that comes from. Like, which makes sense. I guess, you know, she's been getting like a lot of hate these last few days. So let's see, the next one.
And I'm not going anywhere. I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, there are some people that should be afraid of me because I represent moderation and diversity, and I'm gonna come for hurtful, harmful people. If you're a really shitty person, I'm gonna stand up against you. Period. And Twitch is endorsing me to do that.
Now, a lot of people think that this is kind of in relation to her role as like a moderator at Twitch, but rather she's referring to like her own chat room. Like, you know, if I ever started streaming one day, like, I could ban people all I wanted, right? Like, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't tolerate like trolls and shit, like, and she's talking about her own like chat room, right? Like, I don't know, it's like one of those things that people like to take out of context, and I think this is the kind of the final one where she kind of like has a deergasm or something.
Thank you.
Okay, that was probably a little bit inappropriate, I guess, for like a Twitch stream. But she said that's kind of an old clip that her forehead is like very sensitive, and like sometimes like her and her partner like to do stuff like that. So I don't know. It's like it's a weird clip. It's like a one-off thing. Like I don't know. So I kind of wanted to pull up her Twitter now, where she kind of makes like this whole kind of Twitter thread defending her views on video chat, like via voice chat. Like I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I just kind of wanted to give you, like, you can read it on your own time, you know. But I kind of wanted to give you an idea of like why she thinks like voice chat is toxic or should be banned. So she says that voice chat is important. In team games, voice is communication is often critical to competitive success. True. Many people have voices that get made fun of or face harassment for. Goodness, in my last video I said that I didn't really like my voice, but I'm getting there. I can see where she's coming from, like not a lot of people might not like their voice, so I can see where she's coming from there. And you know, people are mean online, especially like in like online games. Okay, and then she talks about spending mental energy on defending against your abusers is at a disadvantage. So is not talking, so is muting anyone. And so yeah, I guess I can see where like if you're trying to defend yourself, it does kind of put you as a disadvantage. Like most people just want to concentrate on the game. Subjectively, in opinion, believe that voice chat and the cultural biases against minorities it reveals a large reason why there is lacking in diversity highest level play in team games. Okay, so basically she blames people's accents for not having diversity in games. I don't know, it's like if you have an accent, you know, be proud of it. But so what can you do? Raising awareness is helpful in itself. Call out harassment, I agree. Adding robust ping systems and prefab voice lines are an excellent way to make these games fair. Now I think what she means is like, you know, text-to-speech programs are getting better. I think Google revealed one at one time where it sounded like there was an actual woman talking. So, yeah. Clarification, I think voice chat is unfair to the point that most games would be most fair without it. I do not want to take away voice chat from your favorite game. I wouldn't if I had the power to. Implementing it in already diverse, established game is a more difficult question. FAQ. What if we all use voice mods? It's a possible solution, but I don't like it very much. Isn't this a cultural problem, not a game mechanic issue? Yes and no. You don't fix systemic bias overnight. By better protecting minority games from the bias, I believe we will see more diversity and the highest level of play. Everyone faces harassment, get over it. You don't know the experience of other people, it's not equal for everyone. Just mute. Thank you for reading. So yeah, so you know, if you go through her Twitter, like, you know, it's not too bad in all honesty. Like, it's, you know, she just retweets like, you know, social justice stuff, voice recognition tech. So yeah, it's definitely I don't know, I think you should follow her on Twitter just to kind of get a better idea of what she, like, I guess believes in. So I guess that's enough of that for now. So I kind of wanted to share, like, some of the notes I made while watching one of her streams. So, like, with all these kind of commentary things, you know, I always like to suggest to people, like, to go watch, you know, someone for yourself, just to see if you inform your own opinion. I bet you, like, half the people that have commented on her have not watched one of her streams in its entirety. But anyway, so, like, first of all, she has 2 university degrees, a biochemistry degree, and I think it's, I don't know if it's either, yeah, I think it is a biology degree. She's 5 years trans, which is actually quite impressive, honestly. Like, you know, she's a decent looking trans woman, in my opinion. You know, she's pretty passable, got a decent voice. Like, what else is there? So yeah, like, I think with the whole, like, deer thing, like, some people are assuming that's kind of a trans species sort of thing, but really, like, I watched one of her streams, and it's like, she kind of puts it on par with, like, cat girls, you know? It's kind of a cute thing. It's like she's probably, I guess, some kind of a furry. Like, nothing, you know, there's nothing against furries, but, you know, that's where that comes from. Let's see if I made some other notes, too. Let me just see if I didn't forget anything. No? Oh yes, one more thing. She has definitely been facing, like, a lot of harassment since this sort of ordeal came. Like, she's been sent death threats just because of the fact that, you know, she's just trans. Like, she gets sent pictures of, like, dead deer, and, like, it's deer hunting season, and, like, part of me just thinks, like, you know, like, does she really deserve all this hate? You know, like, I always think to myself, like, that person I don't like naming, that's, like, out west, and the trans predator, they deserve the hate. They're a disgusting individual. But this person is just living their life, like, trying to make people happy, by streaming. You know, I genuinely like her. Like, if I, you know, knew her in real life, I could see myself hanging around with her. And, like, you know, she's just a genuine, likable person. Like, you can tell, like, she's happy. And it's like, you know, if it's not, like, harming you, like, physically, like, what's the big deal? So what if she wants to, like, prance around as a deer? You know? Like, it shouldn't be anyone's business. Like, why should she be criticized for that? You know, I would want I want acceptance as, like, a trans person. And, you know, she's trans too, but she likes to dance, she likes to dress as a deer as well. What's wrong with that? You know? So that's just my little defense of Ferociously Steph. You know, I encourage everyone to just go watch one of her streams and, like, form your own opinion. Like, I remember, like, when Blair White was, like, making all these, like, hate videos on Riley Dennis, like, pointing her out as, like, some kind of, like, SJW, and I, like, watched, like, Riley's videos, and honestly, like, they're not too cringy, honestly. Like, she does make a lot of fair points. So, in conclusion, you know, just form your own opinion. You know, don't listen to, like, what commentators have to say. They're only doing it for views. Go watch her. And as always, thank you for listening. I hope you have a good day.